Conversation, little more action. It's
so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's too bad we didn't listen to that.
Like old school music?
Well, I do now.
Do now, right?
I do now. I never listened to Elvis until this. It's
Until the ride
fucking
back
good song.
from Maryland. It's too bad we didn't listen to that on the way there.
I would have been pumped.
Yeah. That's why it took you so long to submit the guy, because you weren't pumped.
Fuck up. I'm so upset about that fucking last match.
We gotta save this
for the podcast.
Because this is so fucking
Yeah,
fun.
we'll start. We'll be starting soon. Whenever.
We're live, bro.
Oh, we're live.
Shit.
Perfect.
Oh.
Take it away, Damien.
No.
All right.
We need an intro, no?
You should do my intro right now.
Go for it.
Yeah,
All right, welcome to the NickyRod All Access podcast. I'm here with NickyRod, Ethan Crelinsten. I'm your host, Damien Anderson.
That was actually really good. So
That was fantastic. First take.
yeah. So I really want to know, right? Yesterday you had a little bit of a mishap in practice, right? What happened during your role, buddy? This was the talk of the town practice.
So, you get emotional when you train, especially me, unfortunately. So I was training with Gregor Gracie, and I'm so sad. All right, anyway, so we're wrestling, we're like scrapping, picking up, and I get in front headlock position, and earlier that week or earlier a week ago or something, Gary taught his infamous front headlock counter that he hit on Dante.
Oh, the little roll like under the armpit, whatnot.
Yes, there's a name for it that I don't know.
It's called,
Shoulders and
is it Udageshi?
Shoulders.
Udageshi? I think it's Udageshi.
Yes, Udageshi.
Yeah. People usually do it with like a reverse Kimura grip or whatever. And you sit through and you roll them through.
So,
Ethan, take it away.
Continuing. So basically, he hit that on me, and I took a bite out of the mat with my face.
He face planted. So the first thing,
bad. It was so painful, and more so, I was like, oh, my head hurts, my neck hurts a bit, but like, it was just embarrassing more than anything. So I'm
your
like,
fucking pride was hurt, bro.
yeah, 100%. So I'm like, yeah, I have a concussion. I'm gonna leave. And I just,
he literally he gets this move hit on him. First of all, you deserved that move hit on you. All right, because 5 seconds before, all right, freaking Ethan has a front head situation. All right, Gregor starts standing up, so his hands are off the mat. Ethan jumps in the air, both feet leave the mat. And then he tries to go for a knee block go behind in the air. All right, Ethan jumps. So first of all, why are you jumping? Next step. All right, fine.
it's fun. Man.
Then his face.
Sometimes you gotta jump around.
His face gets driven right down into the mat.
Yeah.
I hear it. His head clatters. Right, and then everybody's like, "Oh!" Ethan just gets up. He's like, "Oh, I have a concussion. I have to go take a shower. I'm leaving."
Yeah, it was just.
That was your first reaction?
My neck was like hurting for sure. And then I was like, if I sit here, I'm going to listen to everyone talk shit while my neck is stiffening up by the second.
The second you walk off the mat,
I'm getting the fuck out of here. So then I shower, and then I come back onto the mats, and I'm like, how long can I stay here until they start talking about it? And then
it was great.
Within like 5 minutes, they were like, "Oh, what happened?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know.
I'm getting out
all
of
right. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye, fuck you guys."
that's fantastic.
That is so funny, man.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you notice when you get a concussion?
I can't really hear you. I think. Like I can hear you.
You ever got a concussion from grappling?
1,000,000%.
Yeah, more than one.
No, just one
When?
like that I
When?
remember.
Probably yesterday.
Yesterday. Remember I faced Marvin Castell in Florida?
Yeah,
It was a
you
while
got a
ago.
concussion there?
Yeah, so I was like trying to pass, and I was like almost passed, and he turtled and then posted and stood up, and I again tried to jump on his back.
You deserved it again.
Fuck you. You deserve death. All right.
Wow.
So I jump on his back. I'm trying to fucking do crazy shit. I'm trying to take the back. I'm trying to whatever. Fuck off. Let me do my thing. I'll keep driving my face into the mat until I die. And anyway, so I jump on his back as he's diving to get his back to the mat.
We're like rolling?
And he like...
Oh, I see it.
And my face... I saw the mat like...
Yeah.
Like when you zoom in really fast on the camera, I saw it. I was like mid back, like chasing. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna.
Did you think about like posting on your head? Like you're like, I'll try to embrace the
my arms
with my head.
were busy.
Oh man!
So I just ate the mat. Got fully knocked out. I was like,
oh my god,
fully. It was like black for maybe like 3 seconds or something, and then I won on points. And then after, I was like,
the match was over. What happened at the end?
So it like the ref stopped it briefly, and then I like came back, and then we just kept going, and I won on points.
Savage.
Wow.
Oh yeah, gotta win. But anyway, after that, I was like filling out forms. Like they ask you like
Yes.
I don't know, your postal code like for the payout, right? And I couldn't remember my address. I couldn't remember my postal code. Wow. It was the craziest thing. I misspelled my last name. Like I legitimately misspelled my last. I was like,
dude,
wow.
concussions are no joke.
It was fucked up.
In high school, I used to play football, right? And it was a kick return. We were talking about this yesterday, actually. I caught the kick return, and I'm sprinting upfield, and then I get turned around. Like somebody hit me from the side. I get turned around, and then two guys just rock me in the back of the head. I don't wake up in the hospital. I don't remember anything. The funny part is there were still 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, like in the game, and apparently I played the game. I shook everybody's hand, and then I'm on my way back to the locker room, and I'm crying. I don't remember any of this, right? My friend's like, Damien, why are you crying? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I have no recollection of this at all.
Oh, wow.
The next thing I remember is just I'm in the hospital. My family's around me. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what happened? Yeah, it's so insane.
Yeah, I had I never got a concussion from football, but I did have like a fucking kick return. I was receiving a kick return, and the second I get the ball, I look down and it's just like 3 guys hit me. Helmet goes flying, and I pop up immediately. I think I was fine.
I gave them a concussion.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they all died.
Yeah. It was the loose helmet. Fucking just made it look so much worse.
Yeah. When the helmet comes off, everybody in the crowd's like, oh,
his head fell off.
Exactly. That's what it seems like,
dude. I almost KO'd myself fucking rolling with Craig Jones. Like it was when we were first learning kind of like how to like. When the guy goes inverted, like dive and take his back. So I was just like,
classic.
Yeah.
So
I love that technique.
So he was like, it was doing like kind of like a Granby roll, and I literally grabbed his hips and just dove for the back and just smashed my head directly in the ground.
All right, you guys have to.
I've done
you
that
guys have to
so many
understand
times.
something with NickyRod and Craig Jones. All right, so obviously one of the two, or you, Craig, Gordon, the biggest guys in the room, right?
And me.
Obviously, Ethan is the next biggest.
And your ego, right? Because you think you're fucking huge.
I swear I'm huge. I'll
Every
train
time
you guys.
Damien looks in the mirror, he's like, "Whoa, did I shrink or something? What happened?"
No,
and then
I'm
he
like,
looks away and he's like, "I'm back to 6'5".
Yeah, fair enough. In the mirror, I'm like, oh, maybe I'm smaller, but if I don't see myself, I swear I'm
Huge.
6'4", 6'5", 300 pounds. But either way, so during drilling, everybody's nice and calm. We're not warm yet, so we're doing the move slowly. Look over in the back corner, NickyRod, Craig Jones, full sweat, full live rolling, doing the technique. I'm like, oh my God.
Just drilling.
Exactly. It's supposed to be drilling, guys. It's supposed to be drilling.
It's because Craig will resist with 90% resistance every technique.
Is it Craig or is it NickyRod?
It's both. It's both.
Oh, man.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Have you ever drilled with Craig?
I don't think I've ever drilled with Craig.
Drill with Craig. He is such a motherfucker, man. He resists. And I hope he hears this. He resists just a little bit, and he picks it up every time. So you're getting more and more pissed off. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And you have someone like NickyRod.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson.
I'm going hard.
I learned my lesson. I just start off live with Craig. That's how our drills go.
Well, the next thing is mount rounds. Mount rounds. That's the first round that we'll usually do in live training.
It's supposed to be a warm-up round.
Exactly. It's a warm-up. We're still moving. At least the first half of that round is just we're moving our bodies, making sure like everything's nice and limber, and then we'll start picking it up. Right from the whistle.
I thought that's what the drilling was for.
Right from the whistle, NickyRod and Craig are having a battle. They're drenched in sweat, breathing heavy. I'm like, oh my God.
Somehow they end up blast doubling each other in
mount
We
round.
start from mount, right?
Yeah.
You start from mount, and then someone will end up on a like running double.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know
It's
how,
insane. Then NickyRod will call and be like, Damien, let's go. And he's like drenched in
You're
sweat. I'm
dry
like,
still. Like,
when you're
dry,
whoa, man, I'm not even warm yet. Jesus.
Yeah, I get to make the most out of the day for sure, man.
Yeah, you definitely get the most bang for your buck when it comes to the sessions.
Oh man, bro, how long have you been doing jiu-jitsu for now?
I started, I think, like 7 or 8 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're only this good?
7 or 8 weeks ago, actually. Yeah. Actually, I I just started this morning.
Oh.
I just looked at a couple of videos. My first session coming
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me about this weekend, man, because we had a kind of a surprise event go down. I didn't know this was happening as far as like 2-3 days before. You guys went down to Maryland, fucking tore up some 10 Planet guys.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we did. We
so
went-
it was like a last minute. So at first,
hold on. Start it from the beginning. We were supposed to be in this. Were you supposed to be in it?
1994. I started
That's when the story really
the
starts.
real beginning. It all started in the year 1745. Okay.
All right, hold on. Were you supposed to be on our original team?
Yes.
Okay, so go on.
Okay, so originally it was going to be pretty much the team that went down. I don't know. There were a couple switches.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was going to be me, you, Frankie.
Jason Rao, Nick Ronan.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yes.
so basically a bunch of guys pulled out, then guys replaced, then guys pulled out. So you told, or Frankie or someone told the organizer, like, all right, we're out because it's too.
Yes. So this is like 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before the event, and we knew about it for like a month or two before. And it was supposed to be me, Ethan, Frank Rosenthal, or Pio was supposed to be in it.
Yeah.
No?
No, I think Pio was replacing
you?
me.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So either way, the original team was me, Ethan, Frank Rosenthal, one of the Henzo Gracie black belts, Jason Rao, who's a Matt Serra black belt, and then Nick Ronan.
Yes.
Is he black or brown?
Ronan?
Ronan. Did you get his black?
I don't know.
He's freaking nasty. All these guys are
Really
all
good,
these
yeah.
guys are really
That would
good.
have been such a
It would have been a whole-
devastating team.
Yes,
Like,
yes. It was like a disgusting team.
Yeah.
Either way, Jason and Nick, I think, got hurt in like the few weeks before, so they had to pull out.
I immediately pulled out because, to my defense, someone, Damien,
That was me.
told me that it was, which is still fine. Like, I still regret pulling, like, I still should have been in like thinking what you told me. But Damien told me it was an overtime only.
No time limit.
No time.
That's what I thought it was.
Which is still fine, which is still cool, but I was like,
He didn't wanna do it. He
No,
didn't wanna go to
I don't feel
Maryland
like
for it.
driving. Yeah,
Yes.
like, I want to have some normal matches. And
yeah.
anyway, so when I found out, it was no time
By
limit.
overtime only, you mean like
EBI.
EBI, like
Yeah,
only
like
on the
you
back.
start on the back or you start an armbar or something,
Okay.
which is still cool, but I didn't want to go all the way down there just to do overtime.
Not have real matches.
Yeah, not have real matches. But as soon as I found out, it was no time limit quintet, normal jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, then you wanted to go
that's
back in.
the coolest rule set ever.
Yeah. So essentially, the tournament, was no time limit, sub only. So and it was a quintet style
Quintet.
rule set. So
It's
you're
the-
staying on
Yeah.
until you get submitted. That is the
Well, hopefully until you submit them.
or submit the entire.
So
team.
literally,
Also,
it's
Survive as long as possible.
Literally, if you're rolling for 30 minutes, sub the guy, you can have another fucking 3 30-minute matches if you keep
exactly.
subbing.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it can go on forever.
hours.
For hours.
Forever.
Yeah. If you don't submit, that's why
I
it's
guess
important
until
about
the
submitting.
day ends. Like
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So either way, we pulled out of the tournament. This is 2 weeks before, and then now 2 days. All right, 2 days before the event, Ethan's like, Damien, I'm back in. Let's do it.
No,
And
no,
I'm
no.
like,
I was back in earlier, but you were like, well, I don't know who else is going to be in, and then we were like trying to scramble to get guys, and
well, we don't let him know until 2 days before.
oh, well, you don't.
I don't.
Okay. Anyway,
Why am I supposed to be
you
the
were
one,
the guy.
right?
You were the guy talking to him, man.
Dude,
You
I don't
the
know
word.
how I got sucked into being like the team captain.
You're 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Damien's team captain, man. That's
So,
it.
2 days before, I let the promoter know. I'm like, hey, I got a team for us. We're gonna be down there. He's like, are you sure you're not gonna pull out? And I'm like, I promise you, we won't. Actually, we're still like 30 minutes late to the event. This is now the day of the event. We're on our way there. The promoter's like, hey guys, like, where are you? And I was like, sorry, we pulled out.
Driving down.
And then I was like, LLJK, we're like 2 minutes away. He just didn't
Probably have a heart
he didn't
attack.
respond at all. Like he's like did not want to joke around like that.
Poor guy, man. He's
Yeah,
dealing
yeah.
with our nonsense.
Exactly. But long story short, what happened, right? So Ethan said he wanted to go first for the first team, right? So it's essentially.
So you guys did you decide like when you got there essentially, or you just
we
Well,
decided.
the order, you mean?
the order, yeah.
Well, I made it like I was gonna go first on the first
Well, he-
team
yeah,
for sure.
he
and
knew
then
that
the
he
rest of the
wanted-
order we sort of just talked
Yeah,
about for like a
exactly.
minute. We were like, all right, you second,
yeah.
third, fourth.
So our strategy, or essentially there was 4 teams, right? And then single elimination.
Having a stroke, bro.
Exactly. I don't know, but so Ethan wanted to go first. He already said that for the first team. Ethan destroys the five guys. There's 10 Planet guys.
yeah.
Do you remember the names of the guys? I don't really.
What 10th planet was it from?
10th Planet, Long Island, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
they had a drive too then.
I
They
guess
had
so.
a long
Yeah.
drive. They had a
I
longer
have
drive
no
than us,
idea.
man. Yeah. Yeah.
But Ethan tears through that team in less than 10 minutes. So 5 submissions in less than 10 minutes. Yeah.
That's actually pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah, savage.
Fuck yeah.
Then,
Did you do how many different submissions did you do? Like what you get?
All right. So first
Wait,
guy.
Ethan, can you
yeah.
talk a little closer to the mic?
Oh, yeah.
what an asshole.
Unbelievable.
Talk on an angle. We already discussed this.
You're not talking at an angle. Oh.
We meant tilt your head.
What, you want me to just how comfortable.
Hey, there we go.
I'm getting it.
Is this okay on the camera?
Yeah, you can move up and down wherever you want.
Okay. Is this good?
Yeah,
Am I
should be good, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of pop your head around, you
So
know?
go.
Okay. So first guy, inverted heel hook from 50-50, and I brought my feet across the far hip and 50-50. Second guy,
How'd you get to 50-50? Did you just dive in?
I think
You ask
like,
Ethan how he does anything, and
Shut
you will
up.
not get a right answer. Okay? He has
we
no
both
idea.
have that same problem, all right? Look, he got pretty far, not really knowing. All right,
I still don't know any jiu-jitsu,
Exactly.
so
I hate it though. I hate that you guys are so positional, like intuitively. You guys can move to the position so well. Like Ethan will take my back time and time again, and I'm like, all right, bro, what am I doing wrong? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, this motherfucker is destroying me, and he doesn't even know how. He doesn't even know why he is.
I actually have the perfect, precise answer. But
yeah,
I
you
just doesn't wanna tell you.
You and NickyRod both. I don't know, man.
Instinctual.
That's actually the strategy. Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, okay, so to the best of my recollection and my retarded knowledge, apparently I don't know what I'm doing, but I think he entered my legs, and then I countered. I brought his foot across 50-50, and then I'm pretty sure I caught the heel and then sat back and then finished an inverted heel hook. Yeah.
most 10-pointed guys are pretty like heel hookers, right?
Yeah, they're definitely like commonly known as leg lockers. I
Probably
would
just
say.
buy John's DVDs and teach.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, I feel like if you look at a team as a whole, they're probably the only other team that
That actually
consistently does leg locks.
locks.
Yeah. It's like the other guys,
Yeah.
like
You're not going to
They
look at
won't
like
really-
Atos guys or Gracie Bog
yeah,
guys.
like
that,
oh, well, they're leg locks.
yeah,
like
no,
no.
they're like more positional.
exactly.
stuff like that.
IBJJF style.
Yeah.
How was match number 2?
All right, match number 2. Took his back, and I was on his back for like maybe a minute, 2 minutes, and then got the strangle.
Any of these guys stand up with you?
I sat guard immediately. I'm sorry. Clear at least.
Well, you want to go through? I mean, talk about the reason why. Like,
Well, look, I'm not like I'm no NickyRod. I can't just like blast through them and
well,
take them down.
why not?
You know,
well, strategically, I was thinking
You're probably a better wrestler than all those guys there.
I hope so.
You
but
think they're wrestling?
I doubt. Look, honestly,
look
I
at their
probably,
faces.
I hope I'm better. Look at their,
Look in their eyes, man.
Look at their faces. This guy can't wrestle. You
fear.
can tell.
Yeah.
I see it. But it just like it takes way less time to just sit guard and attack from there.
Especially in a no time limit sub only match, like you're only getting out of the match if there's a submission. If you take the guy down, well, all right, he's down on bottom position, but now you wasted X amount of energy, right? And then you have 4 other matches.
It's faster
after
to
that.
just
It's like
try to enter
yeah.
his legs and then sweep him and then get
Exactly.
to top
And
position from there. It takes less energy because I suck
do
at
nothing.
wrestling.
You do nothing.
And yeah, you just do nothing.
I pretty much feel the same. Like I feel like I have I guess a little bit harder time submitting my opponent in practice when I'm playing like only top. I feel like I'm using more effort when I sit down and kind of start my sequence from sitting down and then coming up and getting into submission like that. I feel like
It's more efficient. It's more efficient. If you have 2 guys standing and they're both battling for top position. Essentially, that's what wrestling is. It's battling for top position. Well, nothing really matters in the standing position. There's no points scored or anything. Positional.
yeah, so
position
in
doesn't
a
matter.
no points,
You're gonna
no
have-
time limit.
The end result is a bottom position and a top position. You sitting down is you're just saying, all right, well, I'll just play bottom position instead of trying to fight for top position. Who the fuck cares if you're on top?
I literally
it's
feel
also-
like I feel like I can't breathe when I'm on bottom. So what you're telling me right now is very foreign. Like
Bro, so Nick, you ever pull guard, bro?
I have to in practice. I do it all the
Okay.
time, but it's not comfortable.
What about in
you know?
competition?
No.
Never.
You could
know,
pull
yeah.
guard and score on literally
on doubles.
any. Yeah, just come up on doubles.
It is-
like just pull guard. Your ass hits the mat for like half a second. You just blast up.
I feel like my takedown from bottom might be better than my takedown from standing. Like
No, your
That's terrifying.
acceleration from
Yeah.
when your butt is on the mat to coming up to 2 knees. That transition is like the quickest transition
it's
I've
like
ever.
it doesn't
scary.
make sense. It's like imagine a 18 wheeler accelerating faster
Like a
than like
Ferrari.
a tiny Ferrari. Yeah,
Yes,
it
yes.
doesn't make
Like,
any
what
sense.
the hell just happened?
Yeah. Like you'll be like trying to pass NickyRod's guard, and I don't know, he'll just out of nowhere be lifting you like across to the other side of the room. You're like, man, why is that even
happening?
How is that possible?
Yeah. What it is that because I do arms every day, I'm able to use my right arm to explode
Back to
off
square
the
one.
mat,
Yes,
the mat
yes.
into a double. So
You actually use
It's
your,
like
your
it's like-
hands as your explosiveness.
Yeah.
Not your legs.
No,
He uses their legs.
No, I use my
All
hand.
hands.
I shove it
is
right
where
in the
all the
corner of the
strength
mat.
of the body
and
comes
I fucking bow.
Ooh.
I fucking bow.
Go on about your other submissions though, right?
Yeah, so then second guy, rear naked, took his back. I think I passed his guard and then made him turtle and took his back. Again, I barely remember. I don't know. Like
Ethan does not know anything
Also,
about
I
what he
tried
does.
rewatching it and like apparently the camera like melted halfway through my
man.
matches. So
Quote unquote
they
melted.
they told me like the sun was on
sabotaged
it
it,
and over.
actually.
Yeah, Damien's like, yeah, I can't have this.
My subs are on.
Can't have you outshining me.
You were like, put some ice on the camera for this one. All right, so yeah, so second guy, rear naked. Third guy, which is my
Yes.
favorite submission because I had actually faced this guy Andrew Alexander on SUG like a few months back, and it was a 5-minute match, and it went to overtime. I couldn't submit him, so and then I submitted him in overtime. So this time I managed to heel hook him from 50-50.
And it was relatively quick. It was
Yeah, it was
like
like
2 minutes.
I think something like 2
less
minutes.
than 2 minutes, less than 3 minutes, something like that.
And yeah, it was just really, it was good. It was like something we were working on. It was like a technique we were working on. Gary got really good at it and showed me some details from it, and it really came through.
It's so satisfying doing something in practice repetitively and having it work exactly how you want it to in a
That is
match.
so satisfying. You're like you get a glimpse into your actual progression, and you could like measure it versus guys outside the gym. Because like with us, it's so annoying.
The one thing that I hated about this tournament is that I felt like I gave the other guys way too much respect for our moves.
It's easy to do that.
Sumigeshis, right? I hit a few Sumigeshis. They would never work on our guys, or I'd be like, all right, well, I don't want to hit the Sumigeshi because he's going to post. I'm going to have to invert, and I'm going to be underneath his legs.
people
Yeah,
don't
like
do
we
that
counter
shit.
each other, and then
Yeah,
you're like the work you put out like ends you
Exactly, and it's a no time limit. So I'm like, let me just relax. Then I try one Sumigeshi. I'm
You
like, what the
flipped
heck?
him over.
I'm like, what?
Why does it work so well?
I blinked and he was like in the air.
Yeah.
It was like that was
I was
insane.
like, wow,
Yeah.
this is way easier than doing it in the gym.
People just don't react the way we anticipate
They
them
don't.
to.
That's how it felt when I was chasing his heel. I'm like, his heels. It just
Right
feels.
there.
It feels like it's right there. Like if I try to hit that on you guys in the gym, it's like you
Zero
don't,
chance.
Doesn't,
Yeah.
It doesn't even feel like it's worth chasing it.
Yes,
Like it's-
yes.
So
Exactly. Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that was the third guy. Then fourth guy. Fourth guy, I think outside heel hook, right? Anyway, I'm
forget.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was outside heel hook. Pretty sure I broke his foot a bit. Like I heard some pops and tears.
I got
Also very satisfying. For sure.
Very satisfying. Yeah. Like I don't know if that sounds like fucked up or sadistic, but look,
That's the goal. That's your goal.
That's a
goal,
sport.
yeah.
we're in. That's a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Wrestling,
there's
you
no,
want to
like,
pin,
brain
and fighting, you want
damage
to KO, and
Yeah, that's it.
submission, you want to submit.
A little bit about like the actual breaking point, right? I mean, we are attacking submissions, right? Whether joint locks or strangles, we are attacking these submissions every single day, all right? And in order to do this sport safely, we have to tap. That's the only way we can continue to do this. But when our opponent taps or our training partners tap, we actually don't get to feel our
miss out on
breaking
it.
mechanics.
Yeah.
We don't really know, will this break somebody? So then
Yeah.
sometimes in competition, you kind of look forward to the break, and it shows that
you know they're gonna fight.
You know,
Like
your breaking
honestly, a
mechanics
lot
are
of
on point.
people know how to get to a submissive position, but they don't fucking know the breaking mechanics. Like
Exactly.
a lot
That
of
often
high level grapplers can't actually break an arm or break an heel.
If you look at Craig and Vinny Magalhaes'
Oh my god,
match,
bro, that shit was
right?
Oh my God.
disgusting.
Then,
Yeah.
Craig knows how to break a leg.
Yeah,
Vinny's
clearly.
training partners.
That scares a lot of his
not.
other opponents, man, because they'll know
Yeah.
like if it starts hurting, it's not like I'm
knows.
gonna tough it out. They're like,
No, he knows
he's gonna break my
exactly.
foot in half.
And like the knowledge of breaking mechanics, I mean, that's a scary thing to have.
It's a very valuable skill. Like if a guy sort of feels you like the tension sort of go up and then it starts to go down, like you'll be like, all right, it's
I'm
gonna hurt, but it's not gonna break.
gonna
and
get broken.
he's gonna gas out. He's gonna use up
Exactly.
his energy, and then we go back into it. But if a guy's like,
oh,
if it
man.
keeps built, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Your freaking leg will break.
Yeah.
Like, which
It's-
is what happened.
Horrible, man. So
And
yeah,
there's
anyway.
like to heel hooking. There's like different levels of breaks, right? Like one of the ligaments go first, and then before you have like a full bone break.
Usually the ankle will pop like first, and then it'll build up to the knee, depending on what what heel hook you're actually attacking, whether it'll usually attack, the outside of the knee or inside of the knee or ACL, doesn't matter, whichever leg lock you're attacking. But when the ligaments are very strong, obviously through Jesus, the actual ligaments may not tear, and it'll tear bone.
Oh wow.
So the bone can actually break. That's what happened with Vinny.
But typically the
Everything.
ligament breaks first, though, right?
Yes. That's usually what happens. It'll be some type of ligament break, whether it's MCL, LCL, or ACL. Yeah, one of those.
Dr. Damien.
Oh yes.
Bro, so what was submission number 5?
Submission number 5 was rear naked, and that was also extremely satisfying because we ended up in the corner right around everyone.
Yeah.
So Damien, Frankie, Nick, and Andrew were all right there, cornering me, and like it was just perfect. I was like literally facing them.
Yes,
and
it's
I'm
a great feeling.
It's the best feeling. I'm like hand fighting, and then I sink one hand in, and then punch the other one in, and I'm like, I got it. Like I really.
Everybody in our corner knows already. All right, that's a done deal. So we're all like, let's go.
I really contemplated like looking at you and like, going, like and I was like, that's too much.
Just make sure you fucking submit the guy.
Imagine I do that and he like explodes out. I'm like, oh fuck,
shit.
that was dumb.
Yeah.
So I like aggressively bridged into that rear naked, and it was great. Yeah.
And this is all under 10 minutes.
All collectively under 10
Killed
minutes. Yeah, that was
an
good.
entire team in under 10 minutes. That was fucking
Felt good. I'm
amazing.
so happy it like worked out and we got a team together and
Freaking crazy.
Bro, what'd that team look like, man, after you finished? They were just like...
They
They drove
sad,
home right
man.
away.
Yeah,
So
they left immediately.
They left right after. I was like, wow. And the thing is, so again, it's no time limit sub only. So if you don't know submissions, the matches are going to be freaking forever.
Yeah. The first two teams.
The first two teams took almost like an hour, 2 hours.
3
Oh, 3 hours?
Wow.
Exactly.
3
So we're sitting
hours.
around doing nothing for 3 hours. I'm like, I shouldn't have done this tournament. Ethan goes up, kills the entire team 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, wow. And then
That's
they
how it
just
should
leave
be
right
done.
after.
Yeah. And they're just
So-
like, wow, that was terrible.
How many teams are there total?
4.
Four
So the
teams
first
total.
two teams took like 3 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, it took 3 hours. Then our team for the first round first, ours took 10 minutes.
yeah, it was
and then
only
it was
10 minutes,
up to the finals. And then that's when
And that was also pretty quick. And there was submissions. It was more exciting.
it was way more exciting because we actually know submissions. That was the biggest thing.
And apparently they knew a few submissions too.
Yeah, 2 of our guys got
So who went second?
So now we're in the finals, right? So Ethan took a break. Nick
Yeah,
Ortiz.
so now for the next team, I going last because
Exactly,
so Nick Ortiz
yes.
wanted to. He like told us before. He's like, let me go first.
he
'cause I
wanted to
don't
go
wanna there
first. He wanted to get as many
nothing.
matches as possible.
Yeah.
So he wanted to go first for the second round, which is the finals now. Nick Ortiz actually ended up rolling into the legs.
Beautiful entry on his first
great
guy,
great entry, and ended up inverted heel hooking the guy. And then second round comes, and he's going against, I believe Zach Edwards is a brown belt or a black belt. I don't know if he got his black. Last time I knew he was a brown belt. I have no idea now.
Big guy with a mullet.
He's huge. He's like 190, or actually he was 205 and then started losing weight to 190. And our guy Nick Ortiz is like 145. He's super strong, but still 145.
Yeah.
And Zach entered his legs, ended up catching his heel from 50-50. It happens, and he ended up subbing Nick Ortiz. Then Andrew Tavares, one of our blue belts, went up second. And
Bro, this guy you wrestled with, right? No.
no, that's Andrew
Andrew
Tolbert.
Tolbert, yeah.
Yeah, Andrew Tavares is one of our guys, one of Gary's students.
He decided to not train a single day for this.
Yes, so
to
he's
test himself. He was
He's a
training
complete
every day,
retard.
but then he heard about this tournament, so he's like, I'm not gonna train for this. I'm gonna weaken my body
You know what he
to expose myself to my opponent to see what my weakest point
You know
is.
what?
And he found it.
You know what he said to me?
found
So he hasn't been training for like an entire 2 months probably.
He's insane, man. I'd
Yeah.
be so scared to. I'd like, no way. If I'm not training, I'm like, I don't want to
Yeah,
compete.
well,
against
I asked
anyone,
Chris
bro.
Saab, and Chris is like, "Oh no, I only have a month of training. I don't want to do that." He had a whole month. I let him know a month before, and he was like, "And the thing is, that's a smart thing to do. I think like
Smart, yeah. I mean, I think a month is
I would
fine,
still do
but-
it.
Yeah, I would still do it, but
it shows the difference in mentality.
Yes.
So one of our brown
Andrew
belts was
didn't
like,
give a
"Yeah,
shit.
I don't want to do it because he had to take some time off, and he would only have a month to get ready for this." Andrew took 2 months off, and then I let him know 2 days before. I'm like, hey, we need a 5th guy. Do you want to be it?
It's like, yup,
and he was
I'm
like,
in.
yeah, sure. And there's still one more day of training left. So there's Friday.
So he has one chance to, get some cardio, get some sharpen
move
up.
around,
Even
sharpen his
drill,
finish.
just
Finishing.
drill.
Well, finishing mechanics.
some
It's a
finishing
sub-only
mechanics,
tournament.
yes.
You have to get your finishing mechanics on point, or else you will only end up getting submitted. And then I was like, all right, you coming into training? And he was like, nah, I'm not coming in. We're like, wow.
He showed up the day after the tournament.
Yeah, because he
tried
got
to watch
fucking
yesterday.
broken.
Yeah.
So then he goes against Zach Edwards, who's 190. Now,
Andrew's even
130.
lighter than Nick.
Andrew's
and,
like
and he's
130,
not super
135.
strong or anything.
Exactly. He's like frail.
No offense, Andrew, but
Yeah, love you, dude.
not
but
very strong.
Not strong at all, and ends up getting
Strong
broken
mentally, though.
50-50 also.
Yeah, strong raver. Like
Yeah,
raves.
he's a
Very,
rave guy.
very good raver, yes.
Really into that
Can
scene.
dance for hours
For hours on end. Yeah, his cardio
Well,
must
not
be
anymore.
good.
His ankle probably.
Yeah, his ankle got broken, and then I actually went third. I was supposed to be fourth actually, but then Frankie was like, "Yeah, I'm feeling a little tired. Can you go third?" Whatever. I was like, "All right, sure." So then I went in. I went against Zach Edwards. I ended up outside heel looking him. I got a nice break on him too. There was
Very satisfying.
Yeah, exactly. There was like 3 attempts that I had. Three attempts, and he just kept rolling through with it and like separating my feet it was from an outside
Yeah, he was
ashi.
posting on your ankle, separating
Yeah,
your leg,
yeah,
and he was
so-
putting weight on you too, and you didn't want to get your guard pass from it.
Yeah,
so
it was like it was not the best defense, but I mean it was working. I had like some legit attempts, and then he would heel slip, he'd push into me, heel slip, so then I had to roll over my shoulders.
he would reach for your back too a few times.
Exactly. Yeah. So
When you feel that, you're like hesitant to
elbow
hold
come
on to
back
the heel.
inside.
Yeah,
exactly.
you want a frame.
And make sure I'm not getting this big dude on top of me in a bad position. So then I just kept rolling through, and then finally I was able to lock up a reverse figure 4. So I switched my grip. So the first grip was just a normal butterfly grip. He was heel slipping, so I needed a little bit more torque on it. So I went reverse figure 4, and I shredded his ankle. I wasn't able to get a knee break. But
It's so hear it
you're like,
tear like a shirt, like a
yeah, it's like
a
celery.
shearing force,
It's like
yeah.
celery.
The first time I ever broke somebody's arm, it was at like my
wow.
first tournament, right? I got a pop in a Kimura, and it was I could feel like the ligament like kind of like shoot down the arm.
his elbow or
Yeah. I guess my wrist felt it, and I felt like some from the elbow fucking shoot
Yeah.
down. Yeah,
it's
It's a
satisfying.
satisfying
It's
feeling.
weird, like
You're like, all right, I know this technique works.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, day in and day out, I'm hitting this exact same technique, but right when it breaks, my opponent's tap.
Yeah, like
so it's
before-
like I don't. Are my mechanics on point? Are they
Never
really
know.
working? And then you find out in competition they were working.
Also, the aspect of just being able to explode into a submission, like you can often break it immediately.
Exactly.
You
Like,
have
there's
zero concern of I don't want to injure this guy.
it's a professional tournament. Like they know
There's
the risk.
money on the line.
Yeah, money on the line. There's risk.
Usually, you get an armbar in practice, you get to submission,
You're
you
controlling.
slowly pull it back, and you hold it there. Here, you just fucking pull on that lever, man.
Grip it and rip it, baby. Oh yeah.
Rip it and
Bro, I
rip
wonder
it.
what like people who don't train or don't know anything about jiu-jitsu think about this shit when they're like, oh,
Probably
man,
think
these
we're
guys are
fucked
fucking
up. Yeah.
breaking shit
Yeah,
all
right.
day.
People who don't know jujitsu or aren't exposed to this,
Yeah.
they're definitely like these guys are psychopaths.
Bro, I'll show people footage of like Kasai's getting people like knees blown out and shit, and people just
The
can't,
worst
they
break
can't
I
handle it.
The worst upper body break I've ever seen was Ethan's
Oh, yeah.
ADCC trials.
That was
I believe
brutal.
2016, I think. When was it?
2017.
2017.
Or no. Yeah, 2017. Yeah.
All right, 2017
Yeah.
ADCC trials, and he destroyed this dude's elbow.
Yes.
It was a Kimura.
Kimura,
but,
yeah.
The elbow just shattered.
Kumar from where?
So it was the tightest possible position I could imagine. It was a reverse triangle with his other arm sort of looped over my shin. So it was like he was like stuck like this while I had a triangle and a kimura on this arm. And I had like full range to turn. So I was like trying with I was like a lot smaller. I was like 140 walking around. So I was trying
Is that
with
before all the steroids or after?
before all the Canadian maple syrup, baby. Oh yeah. So, I was trying with like all my energy to break this guy's arm, and it was just like I couldn't do it. I was like, "Come on, just break!" Just like I'm waiting for it to like break, and I couldn't do it. I readjusted. So Gordon was in my corner, and he's like, I remember him saying, "Bring his knuckles to his armpit." So I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll try." So I bring it back down so there's no tension, and I pull his hand so that it's instead of kimuring out here, I like released it, brought it back up to his armpit, and then started pushing his hand up his back. And before I even know it, I was putting like maybe 20% of the force that I put into the first attempt. It just shattered, like flew up to his neck. It was nasty. Yeah. So
It's all about the angles and mechanics, man. Like you can really put a lot of effort into submission, and you just never get anywhere.
if
with it.
it's a little off,
Efficiency.
proficiency.
Bro, what happens if you break
Efficiency.
something like that and they don't tap? Do you guys keep going?
a lot
The
of times
guy
you keep
didn't
going,
tap.
yeah.
The guy
didn't
didn't tap. He just sort of went like, and then just fell back, and the ref's like, "Oh my god, stop!"
Okay, so the ref will step in.
I think if it's like
I've seen matches where people get like clean breaks, and if they're up by points, they just won't.
I mean,
tap.
Vinny. Well, that's
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good
yeah.
point.
Vinny
That's a
didn't
good
tap.
point.
He waited like 2 more minutes and was
he
like,
quit.
all right, I can't go anymore.
I wonder if he considers that tapping. Like
It's a verbal tap,
no.
1,000,000%.
That's tapping. AJ got strangled unconscious.
Oh, bro, that guy.
And-
AJ Agazar, right?
Yeah, and then says he didn't get tapped.
He argued like, "Why did you stop the match?"
What event was this at?
I believe it might have been World. It was an IBJJF tournament against Gary.
was in-
I think Gary subbed him. Gary strangled him unconscious, and then but if you ask AJ to this day, Gary didn't submit him.
Yeah.
because he never tapped.
No, he actually killed you.
Yes.
He could have ended your life.
If you
if
take
ref
the
wasn't
rules
there.
out, you would be dead
You'd
today.
be dead. Yeah,
he would
Your
have killed
brain
you.
would be starved of oxygen for minutes.
What does he mean
and
he
you'd be
didn't
dead.
tap?
Well, he never did
Physically,
this.
verbally
Yeah.
tapped?
No,
Well,
he just died.
Never tapped.
He just
he went to sleep.
Yeah,
He went to sleep. Went unconscious.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, he went
Put him to
unconscious.
sleep. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's
So
amazing.
I guess just ref discretion. Like if a guy's knee is like fucking bent in some random direction, and the guy's still like fighting or doing something, then like the ref's probably gonna let it go. But like if a guy's fucking leg is off in the other direction, and the guy's like, "Ow, ow, ow," then the ref will be like, "All right."
yeah.
I think joint locks, the refs will
They'll let him go a bit, you know.
yeah, unless again you're Craig and there's a face crank,
Yeah, that's true. You know that
then that'll be a tap.
a little face crack. Yeah, the guy's ankle is like turned in a insane direction, and the ref's like, "Oh, well, we'll see what happens." But like a little, and the ref's like, "Nope, nope,
That's a tap.
that's
Yeah.
done. That's it."
Man.
The thing is, Craig's hands were free. Like his hands were completely
Yeah,
free.
he could
for
have
a
tapped.
tap.
Like, why would he verbal tap in that situation?
His
Yeah,
mouth
like
is covered. His mouth
hands
is
are
covered.
completely free, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Why is that a tap?" That's not.
For those who don't know, he went against Mason Fowler.
Yeah, Mason Fowler,
in SUG, which is a jiu-jitsu tournament, and Mason Fowler had a body triangle locked up on Craig, and then a face crank. All right, Craig is a world-class black belt. He's not gonna tap to a face crank.
especially not like this.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Who does that?
He was like moaning because the fucking body triangle is like sucking or pushing the air out of him. But he's defending. He has two
I can't
free
believe
hands.
that happened.
Yeah,
That's such
and
a
then he-
weird.
And you know what's worse was that after he got subbed, which was like a fake sub, Mason Fowler screams up to the camera and he's like,
"I'm the greatest."
so he's like, "Who's the greatest now, Chael?"
Oh god.
Oh man, they're like, what?
Mason,
They're gonna run that back, right?
They're gonna
For
run it
sure.
back,
I think
yeah.
it's at the end of this month.
Yeah.
I hope they have a longer time. Like 5 minutes.
5
Just
minutes
not
is-
allowed.
yeah.
Not enough time for submission.
5 minutes. And
Against-
plus the other guy knows it's
He's just gonna
5
run
minutes.
away.
Like
Yeah.
you get a feel for the guy, and you're like, oh, if this guy's better, then I'm just
Like Fowler's only chance to win that match was if
Time
if,
ended.
If time ended and it was
Literally
if the ref
exactly
fucking
what
won for him.
happened.
Yeah, that's the only case scenario.
Way. That is the only scenario you beat Craig. That's the only way you beat a lot of our guys is if time runs out. And no,
5 minutes is stupid, man. That's not good.
And what I don't like, so in sub only, like the tournament that we did, our opponents know that the only way out of it is submission.
Someone's getting submitted.
So stalling does nothing. It just, all right, you're just going to take longer for you
Yeah.
to get submitted. So they're forced to then engage.
you can't do anything but eventually you're gonna have to engage.
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. You stalling forever isn't not going to make anybody more tired. Like
No, it like if the guy's stalling and you're like for some reason you could mistakenly be in a rush. Like let's say you're like
you're getting antsy or something.
Yeah, you're getting antsy and you're like trying to do things. Then stalling will be exhausting for me. If I'm trying to make a guy engage while he's stalling, then okay, I'm gonna get tired, and then he might be able to push the pace. But if I just like chill while he's stalling, then all right,
it does nothing.
just wastes
Literally
time for everyone watching.
Yeah, like what you said to me, like I was with Andrew in the finals. I kept pressuring forward. I was like, I want to get
Yeah,
a sub.
it's good to pressure forward, but like sometimes
you were like chill.
Just chill, man. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I don't have to move forward.
Yeah.
There's no time constraint.
and every now he would just like dive into your guard. Like that's fine, man. Just chill, retain guard. There's no urgency. It's just a matter of time before he gets caught
Yeah.
in something. The better grappler is going to win.
Exactly.
I've never done a no time limit match, but it's honestly pretty intimidating as far as the mentality of it going in. Because like for me,
look, you're gonna sub the guy. You're gonna eventually get to his back. How many times can he escape your back? You know, imagine your Kasai matches, right, with like Vinny and Cyborg. If they were no time limit, you would have submitted them. Eventually, you would have.
At the same time, I would definitely invest like first 10 minutes probably to get him tired as fuck.
100%.
Hand fight, pull on the head, fucking 10 minutes, and then
just keep
I'm the
blitzing
opposite.
knee slides, man.
I can't do
It's
that.
keep blitzing, right?
I hate that shit.
What?
I'm just like the hand fight, snapping down, getting tired. That makes me
wrestlers,
tired. I'm like,
man.
I'm just gonna lay down, dude.
It makes you tired while
I
you're.
get so tired, dude.
No, I can pretty much hand fight all day, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah,
If I fucking pull guard though, if I'm butts going towards you, your boy's going to need a nap after
Yeah,
that.
NickyRod, has the most cardio in the standing position. He was all over the place standing position, and he's breathing fine.
It's
The
because when
minute-
he sits, he's compressed.
Yeah, the
So
minute
he's
the minute you make him sit down or invert or become small and his core is engaged, he's like, I can't breathe. Yeah,
you
it's
can't have the
crazy.
blood
feel like I'm
circulation or something.
It's not moving properly. Yeah, the
His
blood's not
fingers will
moving.
go numb if he sits down.
Exactly.
But man, imagine your Kasai matches just like keep blitzing knee slides, and they're working harder than you. As insane as that is, you're blitzing knee slides. You could do like literally 200 of them.
Yeah, I
they
could
have
do
to
them
like
non-stop, yeah.
shell up and frame and turtle and this and that. Just they get out, you do it again. You do it
Would you
again.
use that same strategy in our tournament though, or no?
If,
I don't think
if
that
that's
works.
what I'm good at,
I think if it's one match, a no time limit match, it's different. If it's a no time limit sub only tournament, then it's like, all right, well,
tournament,
you do
well, you have
not-
multiple
You can have a couple
matches.
hours of
Exactly.
fucking
Like
nighttime, yeah.
if you're not really doing submissions efficiently.
But then
and doing
again, if you're
position-
thinking like that,
'cause you're
then-
thinking about positions, knee slicing,
but
or
the
we're trying to pass the
positions
guard.
are making them way more tired than they're making
Yes,
him.
but if it's a no time limit sub only tournament,
you have to go
we
right
have
away,
another match, and that
start
other guy
blitzing knee slides again. Just keep blitzing knee slides
I don't
every
think
single
that's a winning strategy. Then I think
It might look.
Don't let you
it'll
try.
get really difficult
Yeah.
because you'll probably be exhausted at the end. So definitely,
if
I
it's a
think,
tournament,
I think
difference.
sitting guard is a lot easier and like efficient for sure.
But if they,
But that's not his style.
If they sit, then of course you can do your passing sequence and stuff. But I don't think fighting for the top position is the most efficient thing to do, because
if your submissions come from like there were a couple like 2 of my matches, the submissions came from top position because I passed and then they defensively gave me their back. Like I pressured
that
forward
can happen, yeah.
and broke through to their back. But like it definitely helps that the other 3 matches were just they took way less energy. Like the two matches where I strangled the guys were more exhausting. It was just them more tiring, and I think took longer than the 3 matches where I heel hooked them.
Oh wow.
Like leg locks, they're not physically tiring.
yeah, like
Just-
it's so efficient. You're using your entire body against
and you're
one
lying
limb.
down. It's
Exactly.
so
Like,
easy.
like, when you're on the back, you're still fighting. So when I think about leg locks, right? In my opinion, or when I think about it, it's easier because we use our entire body just on one lower limb. But when you're on somebody's back, you're still your entire body, but you're using
You're
your
using
legs.
half your body to hold on to them, and
Yeah.
then 2 arms versus their 2 arms.
You're using your legs to control the lower half, and then your hands to fight their hands to
And
try to
they get to one side, you have to like pull them.
Yeah, it gets difficult.
You got a head fight, and
There's a little bit of fatigue, like when you're on somebody's back, as far as the
happened to me.
forearms get. Like I feel like when I'm hand fighting against somebody that hand fights hard, and I'm going for rear naked, like my fucking hands will get tired.
That's
So-
what,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
what happened. Like for our finals tournament. So like my first submission was outside heel hook, second one Kimura, second one was inverted, third was Kimura. Then in the finals match against Andrew, it's spelled Coachel,
cockle.
but it's pronounced cockle.
They've been calling.
Andrew-
I'm pretty sure it's Coachell, but we're gonna
Cockle's
call
better.
it.
Andrew
Yeah,
Cockle.
cockle's better. Yeah.
I took his back early on, but by then my hands were so tired.
Yeah.
I mean, I still should have submitted him there. Don't get me wrong. It took me way longer than it should have been. Actually,
He escaped your first back take, right?
No, I transitioned. He did not escape my back. I was getting annoyed.
It was my mistake that he is
yes.
capitalized on.
He didn't escape it. I fucked up. So I was on his back. I had double unders, and I was relaxing. I was trying to go for the strangle, but my hands felt like like every time I would get an arm around the neck, he was able to grab my thumb line, pull it down. It was getting difficult. So I was like,
That's
fuck
exhausting.
this position. Yeah, I was like, fuck this position. I'm going to switch to Juji. So I switched to Juji Gatame. I switched to an arm bar. I should have finished the arm bar too. I switched to 3/4 Juji also. He threw his leg over.
Oh, this is good.
And I wasn't like he threw it over a little bit, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna
So just to clarify, he had his two legs sort of scissored around your neck without any arms in.
No, that's
right?
what I thought it was.
It wasn't that?
It was a similar position like that. I had an arm bar on his left arm. He threw his right leg over. My neck was actually in the crook of his knee, and he backheeled like this. I had no arm in place though.
It was like a no arm triangle.
It was a no arm triangle, but I didn't respect it because there's no arm in. I'm like, fuck this thing. So I was thinking about like you were saying shrug, just something to get it off the head. I was gonna try to switch my hand so I can peel the leg off. Soon, like maybe a few seconds into it, I realized that I'm starting to go out. I started.
You're going to sleep?
Going unconscious from this this random just
stupid
head
movement.
squeezer.
He had no idea that he was strangling me. I had no idea.
Imagine you go unconscious.
I would have flipped out.
That would have been.
We would never let you live it down.
Dude, I could never return to Henzo if I got strangled unconscious by this fake move. So
That's retirement, right?
So exactly. So I was like, I was like, holy shit! So I immediately let go both arms of the arm bar.
I was cornering you, and I'm like, just shrug it off,
shrug
no
it
big
off.
deal. And then I see you like flail and freak out. I'm like, oh wow, you really respected that. All right.
Yeah. And then what also like helped me out was that we were by the edge of the match. So I let go of the arm bar. I push his legs off me, and then we had to reset.
The ref resets.
Yes, I was like,
you.
I was like, wow,
the blood coming back up to your
you
brain.
could feel it. I'm like, because in the beginning it's all hazy. Everything's like a dream
like
almost.
tunneling in.
Yeah, and then then you wake up from this dream. It's like almost like a nap, and I'm like, wow, I almost got strangled unconscious, bro.
It was insane. Watching that, I was like, what the hell? Like,
you're like, why did you let
just
go of that?
shrug it off or something? Like, who? That's not a real.
Yeah,
and
it was the
told me after,
weirdest
like,
thing.
Wow.
Yeah. Either way. Oh, and my 4 match. So I had 4 subs. Ethan had 5. I had 4.
They took a lot longer than mine.
But, dude, the first 3 matches were like less than 7 minutes. If I fucking subbed Andrew,
You would've beat
I
me.
would
You
have
would've
beat
beat me.
you.
Yeah.
I would have beat you. And if I went first too.
And if you went first,
Yeah.
we should have just been a 2-man team. No offense to our team, but
Yeah, I love
could
the
have been a
team, but
two-man
it was
team,
really
man. Yeah.
really just us 2.
So did Frank have any matches?
No, I
Frank
subbed
didn't have to
everybody.
do anything.
Yeah.
But he still got paid. He still got paid.
Andrew too. Andrew just got subbed.
Andrew got subbed.
Yeah. He got paid.
Nick Ortiz at least subbed one person.
He pulled his weight. He subbed one guy.
As long as you get one sub, that's
You get one
pulling
sub,
your weight.
you pull your weight, yeah.
All right, fair enough. I like that.
Andrew got 1 sub.
No,
Nick Ortiz.
Andrew gave them 1 sub.
Oh, got
he got -1.
But I do think that if Andrew went first, I think the same thing happened. I think Nick Ortiz and Andrew Tavares were both better than that first guy. I think that. I mean, do you remember the first guy? He was like,
He was like a wrestler.
He was a big wrestler guy, but had no idea what to do on the.
Plus, another good thing is, thanks to me, all you guys were fresh. And the team that we faced second, they had to go through a grueling 3-hour insanity with the first team. And
Well, if
lucky
you
for this
did
guy.
get submitted, you would still be made fun of. If
what?
If you got submitted, you'd still be made fun of.
yes.
Like, there's really no. It's not real. Thank yourself. I don't know.
Wait, what do you?
Ethan wasn't gonna get
What
submitted.
I'm
though.
saying is,
Yeah.
I don't think you would.
You gotta get that thought out of your mind, bro.
But the thing is like, it's 5 no time sub only matches. So if in the 5th one, even if you took out 4 guys, and in the finals you got submitted, that's
We'd
still
still talk
hysterical.
shit on
You
you.
would still
Yeah.
make fun of you. Yeah.
Because you got submitted in some random tournament.
By some random fucking person.
in
Exactly.
Maryland.
Maryland. Yeah.
I keep calling it Maryland.
Maryland. Yeah.
Me and Craig Jones and Gordon did that kinetic tournament. It's pretty much similar style, but
There's time.
there is
for that.
time. Yeah, sub only, but there is time. And Craig Jones just watched the whole time and collected 7 G's at the end of the day. Didn't do anything.
7 G's per person.
Yeah,
Oh
it was
my God.
five or 7, but yeah, it was
That's
a good amount.
insane,
Good check.
man.
Yeah,
That's a good payout, man.
yeah. They didn't even step on the mat.
That's fucking. Edwin didn't step on either. Edwin Najmi, right?
Yep. Then
It was Lachlan.
Lachlan just
basically.
fucking
Lachlan
5
took out
subs in
the
a
entire
row.
team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And these guys were.
Yeah, well, I did it faster than
okay.
Lachlan, probably.
Yeah.
And my opponents were definitely
the same
tougher.
caliber
Same
of
exact
opponents,
caliber, yes.
Yeah. Munch. There was an equivalent to Munch in there too.
He was probably better.
Shangoli. Chris Shangoli is probably better than Munch.
Easily.
Yeah.
Damn,
Dude, we freaking killed it though.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
So the whole event was I don't know 4
Length?
hours. The
Lengthwise, yeah, it was probably like 4
hours.
or something. Yeah.
Our matches combined were about like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Mainly
less.
mine.
The whole ride home, Damien's.
man.
Okay, so it was supposed to be from Damien's house to Maryland. It was 2.5 or 2 hour 15 drive.
Something like that, yeah.
The way there was normal time, 2 hour 15. The way back, it was like 3.5 hours. Why? Because Damien is driving and he's so focused and pissed off about his matches. He's like driving, holding the wheel, and he just exits the highway for no reason.
I'm just thinking about,
and
like,
then
I'm
he
zoned
sees
out.
where he is. He zones out. He's like, I should have submitted this guy faster. Fucking this and that. And then he just exits the highway, and like the GPS is like freaking out. And then I think Andrew's like, bro, where are you going? And David's like, oh shit, I don't know. I'm pissed off.
Yeah. So then we had to switch. So then I was like, Andrew, just drive. And then I just had to watch the match over.
Yeah.
Because like I'm thinking about this stupid match. Because I took this is in the finals. So the previous 3 matches, I subbed them like in under 2 minutes or maybe 3 minutes. It was like the most.
Maybe 5.
Definitely under 3. And then this last guy took me about 18 minutes to submit, bro. And this is, I mean, he's a black belt that like competes as like a tough local black belt, but I got to his back in like 2 minutes, had an arm bar. I took his back like 3 times.
He almost killed you.
And I almost got strangled unconscious. And it was I just was going crazy. I needed to rewatch it like over and over again.
When's the last time you got subbed in competition?
Never.
I like that. It's the best answer.
The last time I got subbed was actually Keith Krikorian.
Was it the trials?
No, I never got to do trials. I was actually hurt. So this nobody knows this, and I get.
You heard it here
Yeah, you have to
first.
understand something. At Henzo Gracie Academy, anytime you lose, that's now mocking points. You're gonna get made fun of until you
can't come back until you win.
Yeah, you're essentially gonna get made fun of every
It's
single
just like
day.
a record. Like we all have. We could talk shit to each other, and like each person has like more material on the other, and it's terrible. And we all have 0 material on Gordon because he just
fucking
keeps
winning.
Robot.
So it's just Gordon, constantly harassing you, and then the next person who has wins on them constantly harassing you.
Yeah.
So either way, it was at the finishers sub only tournament. I actually had an outside heel hook attempt on him, and then I was going for my own inverted from 50-50. I unlock my own legs, and he catches a bite, and I don't like. It is an excuse. I was 12 weeks off of a knee injury. I tore
Meniscus, right?
my
Did you get surgery?
Yes, I did. I didn't want to say that, but you asked it. All right. Well, people
Now
know.
everyone
I guess people know.
I don't think that really matters. Though. It's just a meniscus. You don't even need that.
Yeah. So
You don't even need that?
well,
apparently
it
not.
just
I haven't had a
it's just
meniscus
padding.
in my knee since like 2014.
You got to
either
take it
way.
out. You got to.
No, but they both of them tear, and I was
But
like,
they're not there now.
they're not there now.
Yeah, but so
All your future opponents are writing this down.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, they're gonna know.
No meniscus. I will hit him with a meniscus lock. He will have no defense.
So either way, he catches my heel. I can't heel. So
Meniscus lock.
I end up
A devastating leg lock that no one knows about.
Yeah, and then I actually subbed Keith the first time I went against him in Iowa for Sub Spectrum. I got an inverted heel hook on him to win that tournament. Then finishers we face again. He ends up catching my heel. Then at On It Invitational, I actually re-tear my meniscus in the previous match and had to fight Keith again.
Oof.
And I lost in riding time. So,
How'd you re-tear it? Was it what happened?
So essentially I had knee on belly actually. My heel was coming to my butt, and then he bridged, and when I went to pommel my leg, I just heard a pop, and I was like, motherfucker, that shit really just happened.
It was just decompressed air.
Definitely not.
Yeah, no.
It was just a knee fart.
Yeah, just another knee fart. Yeah. So my
Like popping open a soda, man.
So what happened actually, I felt my knee lock up, and then I actually went on a Kimura from top position. And if you watch the match, I actually have to straighten out my leg. So when a meniscus tears or locks, right, the cartilage folds in your knee. So when your leg is bent, it actually stays there. So then what I had to do is mid roll, I have a Kimura locked up. I have to straighten out my leg. My leg goes
pops up.
pop. And then I assume Nagashi come up on top and take his back.
Damn, to
Yeah,
do that mid match
Jesus
is pretty
Christ.
savage, man. That's fucking.
Did it ever drop you while you were walking?
No, it's not like that. It's like it would when it was bad, like it would click, it would lock up, and it really only affects you when you're training essentially. So like if I didn't do jiu-jitsu, then there'd be no need for surgery. I would have just
Yeah, a lot of people in normal jobs just get it.
Yeah,
If they
just
have
get it.
problems with it, they get taken out and they don't care.
no, they don't do anything a lot of the time because
just
you don't. Your meniscus is just a padding inside your knee. It pads the femur and the tibia, right? So there's
Dr.
you have your
Damien at it again.
Again.
God.
You know,
So-
your body would have repaired that if you just
It's all
didn't get
mental.
surgery.
NickyRod is all mental. He
all
has a
mental,
massive
bro.
staph infection, like under his armpit. It's disgusting.
What
We're
he
like,
does
dude, you have
is
to go to the
just
hospital.
flexes in the mirror and it flies
Bro, I almost
out. Like
died when I was in fucking UK with a staph infection.
Dude, I was like, bro,
hilarious.
you
I
need to go
remember
to the
seeing that,
hospital.
yeah.
He's like, it's all mental.
Yeah.
yeah.
What'd you do with that?
So pretty much, right? I get to the UK, and it's my first time over there. It's fucking, I'm competing for Polaris, and I guess like pretty much overnight, this like little pimple in my armpit goes from a pimple to like a golf ball,
A raging staph
yeah.
infection.
And now it's it's the day of the competition. I like get to the
you still compete.
we all like we
We're
all
in the warm-up
I don't know
area.
if you can say-
I remember
Nicky
Nicky
Rod.
Rod.
This.
Can we talk?
Yeah, no, we
it
can
doesn't
talk,
matter.
yeah.
Okay, so I remember Nicky Rod. We're in the warm-up area, and he's like, "Yo, Ethan, come here for a second."
I was so serious
He's
too,
like,
bro.
bro, you think this is okay? And I see it, and I'm like, oh my god, it was like an oozing golf ball. I'm like, no, Nicky Rod, that's not okay. That is an enormous staph infection. You need to either go to a hospital or do something about it. He's like, oh, okay. You think it's okay to compete shirtless? I'm like, absolutely not.
That's my
Definitely
only
wear a rash
concern.
guard. So then he's like, oh, okay, cool. So we go, we do our thing, we warm up, and then Nicky Rod's up. And before I know it, he's like in the dressing room. There's like a TV, and we can
Take
see
his
the
shirt
matches. And I see it, and I'm like, oh, he's shirtless. Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
I rub that shit all up on that dude's forehead.
Oh man.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I
It is
I
what
Give
got
it
this
is.
Henzo
sub.
Gracie a bad name. We have the fucking EKC, the pink,
Oh my
pink eye
God.
staff. Gordon Craig got COVID.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
That's New York City for you, bro.
It's a cesspool.
This
out there, man.
sport is disgusting.
It is.
It is so
Any
disgusting.
grappling sport's pretty gross, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Staff will fuck you up though. Take
really
you out.
that shit'll kill you, man.
Antibiotics.
Unless-
No. It won't. It won't fuck you up. It will kill you.
Yeah, it'll kill you. People die from staph.
Yeah.
all the time.
The worst was our teammate. Matt
You
Kessler.
almost fucking died from
Yo, I
staph
almost
recently
died
too.
from
Yeah.
staph. Yeah.
What
I've
was it
had
on your
some
shin? You had some bad
run-ins.
ones. Like,
Yeah.
I never got hospitalized for
sucked,
staph.
man.
Like I'm pretty quick about it. Like as soon as I see a pimple, like I put mupirocin on it, or I'll try to get oral
I
antibiotics.
do the same. If I see a pimple, immediately I put.
Yeah, mupirocin. Like that shit works wonders.
What happened? It's all mental, bro. What, Pearson?
Well, my mentality tells me to use the cream.
All right, good answer. Good
Got
answer.
outsmart the system, dog.
How'd you get rid of it?
Well, okay, so
This is a hilarious
so mind you, golf ball size in my armpit. Okay, so day after competition, I get the sub. I'm walking on the plane. My hands on my strolling suitcase. As I'm walking, I feel something like wet in my armpit, and I go to the bathroom and
On the airplane, right?
Yeah, I'm on the in the bathroom on the
Inside the
airplane.
airplane.
Take my shirt off, and in my shirt just a puddle of fucking pus. So it exploded while I was walking on the airplane. Just released it. I was like, well, I guess I'm cured now.
Oh, that's disgusting.
So I cleaned it with some fucking hand sanitizer and soap in the that they had in the bathroom.
Bathroom of an airplane. I feel like those
bathroom,
bathrooms
that's
are
it.
disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, even
place
more
on Earth.
disgusting now that I
covered
fucking
in
spread
staph,
my
bro.
yeah.
Ugh, man.
Gotta do what you gotta do though, man.
Yeah, hey, the staff was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I can't do shit to this guy.
What happened was
Scared
you
it
were
away.
hospitalized. Ethan, you were hospitalized
Yes.
multiple times, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Tell us about your worst one.
3 times total now. I've been
Wow, my
like seriously hospitalized. Yeah. So
Specifically for staff.
for staff, yeah. So a while ago, yeah, I don't know. I have a shitty immune
You didn't learn
system.
after the first one, though, huh? So you didn't learn after the first time you got hospitalized.
Look,
I don't think it's his decision. That motherfucker just gets you. Bro.
The one on your shin did it make you cry?
So yeah, definitely the worst one was in my shin, and that like I I'm like, am I gonna lose my leg or something? Like, what is happening? And it wasn't really, well, it was staph, but it was cellulitis, so it was staph under the skin. So I was just training like crazy, like 3 sessions a day, and like not caring about what I'm eating, not really sleeping, just training nonstop. And that really, like, that'll fuck with you. Like, you're way more prone to staph when you're doing that for like
if you're a little stressed out, it makes a big difference.
it makes a huge difference. I was like fucking, I don't know, I was dying already. So staph gets in my leg somehow, gets under my shin, and I wake up the next day and I thought it was like a bruise at first. And I'm staying at an Airbnb with Donald, and
Donald Trump?
Yeah, Donald Trump. Oh no, yeah, no one knows Donald. You guys know.
I know, but you gotta.
Donald Marcelin from TriStar. He's like a 800-pound massive jacked black guy. Anyway, so I'm there in the Airbnb, and I wake up the next morning, and I'm like, I have like body aches, I have like a fever, I feel sick. The bruise is suddenly like way bigger. It hurts like crazy. I could barely, like, I'm lying down and my leg is up. As soon as I put my leg like a centimeter beneath my hip,
blood starts going to it?
I feel it like every time my heart would beat, it would hurt more and more and more. It was a nightmare, man. So anyway.
Did you cry?
Did you cry?
Didn't shed a tear.
At what point did you cry?
The last time I cried, I was 2. And anyway, that was it. It was terrible. So that was definitely the
So
worst
they just
one.
put you on antibiotics? And
Yeah, they put me on IV antibiotics like pretty much immediately. Yeah, I went from an ambulance. It was horrible, man. I went from the Airbnb to some hospital in New York City via ambulance. And yeah.
All right, so I don't know why this just popped in my brain. I need to ask you this question, Ethan.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna totally switching subjects now.
Taking a left turn.
Yeah. So one thing that I noticed about everybody on our team, right?
Except me.
No.
Oh, everybody. Okay.
Everybody, literally everybody.
Okay.
Although we come from different backgrounds, right? Like Nick Ortiz is a crazy video gamer. You have
Is he? I didn't know that.
yeah, he like loves video games, like love these
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter
Yeah.
video games or whatever.
Can you make money off that?
I don't think so.
I mean, you could, but you have to be the
best in the world, probably, right?
insane.
I don't even
Yeah.
think like
No, I'm pretty sure there's like big Street Fighter tournaments.
I'm sure there
something
are,
like
but I don't think that's their main source of income is the thing. Like I don't think you can make a living.
Probably work at Home Depot and then
Yes,
play video games.
something like that.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Now,
So
why do you think? I want you to tell us about your parents, like your upbringing, right?
Oh, shit.
Why do we all have this idea where we have this training mentality, like you have to go to training? Like if we miss training sessions, we're like, oh my god, like
Because I know y'all are there. If y'all are in practice, I'm like, these motherfuckers gonna sub me again if I go back and I'm missing
FOMO.
training.
like yes, it is,
Yeah.
but like why? This doesn't happen on every other team. I feel like
Nah.
like there's so many people that come to Henzo's but don't stick through Henzo's. Why are we able to train every single day, multiple times a day, for years? Like why? What do you
So
think?
you think it has to do with our upbringing?
I
in some
swear to
way?
God, it has to do with the upbringing. At least for
I
me.
mean, for
At
me,
least
my role model was my dad, and he's the guy that works 7 days a week, twice a day. So I was like, who the fuck am I to do anything else?
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like I really grew up. I mean, it comes from my mom. Like my mom was literally, she's a lunatic in the fact that she genuinely believes like you can do anything, but you have to work your ass off every single day and you'll achieve it. But
Like she preached that to you, pretty much.
literally, and the thing is, I grew up thinking that all parents did that. Like, oh, that's my
No,
mom. Like,
not common.
exactly.
A lot of people are negative towards their kids.
That's the craziest thing that I started to realize. I was like, holy shit, upbringing is a huge
factor.
Yeah, exactly. It's an asset. I don't know if I would have this mentality, or I don't know if I would be able to drop out of college to try to pursue to go to this stupid basement every single day and get my ass beat by guys and then get made fun of even more. Like it's
Yeah, it's
a
pretty
hellhole.
brutal.
It's a hellhole.
It's a vicious
Henzo's.
circle.
But the thing is, we go there every single day, and if we're not there, we feel like we feel like a bum. Like I genuinely
we're
feel
missing
like
out on the
I
progression
feel
that we
like a
could've
bum if I'm not going to training that
100%.
day.
Yeah,
Why-
if you're not
what-
getting better, you really do feel like you're getting worse.
What were your parents like growing up?
When I was 3, they threw me in the woods. Let me fend for myself. I became the leader of a wolf pack. No, man. I mean,
I became the leader of a wolf pack.
yes. And I got staph somehow in the woods. I was pretty nothing crazy. Like, I don't know. My parents definitely worked hard. They gave me and my brother like a sick life and everything.
But
Nothing.
Did they tell you to work hard, or like?
No, I never. Like, I don't. I think I initially started doing jiu-jitsu. Okay, well, I started like working out at some gym. Okay, I guess we're gonna go into
Just tell
my starting jiu-jitsu story.
1994.
Ah, yes, it all began in the year it was a rainy day. Okay, anyway, so I started just like working out and just doing push-ups and shit just to like, you know, get shredded, get a sick pump and everything,
This is
as NickyRod would say. When I was like, I don't know, 16 or some shit, I would just start like working out.
You did jiu-jitsu already or
no, I didn't do any training at all. And like, you know, years would go by and I would start to like get, because I was always super skinny. So like I'd do like fucking 10 push-ups a day. I would like see a bit difference and I'm like, oh, sick. I'm fucking strong. And then I started doing like boxing classes somewhere near my house just because like I'm like a retarded teenager and I'm like, oh, boxing's cool. I'll do that. And then I started doing boxing and I started doing kickboxing. I really liked it. And I started getting like a little bit competitive. Like in my own mind, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get better than this guy and that guy.
Yes.
Like I just,
Dude, I did that all the time.
I still do it,
yeah.
but like I'm more like cognizant of it and like, but yeah, for sure. I was always like a little competitive piece of shit growing up, around like useless shit. Like I was just competitive. Like I don't know.
Maybe that's a big. I mean, I literally can't lose anything. Like,
I hate if
we go
it'll
to
bother
the
me.
beach.
Even a small little thing. Like if we play rock paper scissors
I
and
wanna
I
fucking
lose,
win.
If I lose, it'll stick with me for way longer
That's
than it
definitely
should,
true.
and it literally doesn't matter. But it'll stick with me.
I remember one time it was like me, Gary, Gordon, Nikki, and I think Nat was there, and we're at the beach, and we're at the stupid basketball thing at the beach.
Oh, this stresses me out already.
Me and Gordon literally had to play for like an hour because, I mean, I'm pretty sure I was just smoking Gordon. Fuck you, Gordon.
You're that Gordon.
Yeah, and he was like, no, we're playing again.
Yeah. Gordon's like Gordon's like that too.
Like
man.
in little things, like it's so competitive. But I don't know why.
Not a lot of people are like that. Like you're just friends in our lives, right? Outside of jiu-jitsu. They're just not they don't care or I don't know. I guess they don't care. That's usually what it is. Right? Like
Probably just not that serious, bro.
Yeah, they're like, bro, I don't give a shit. I do other like I don't care about
I have
this.
a job.
Yeah. I make way more money than you. But yeah, I don't know. We care too much about this shit.
Winning and losing. I don't know.
It's life or death.
I literally see everything though as like
Yes.
winning or losing.
Yes,
Like,
it is.
Everything in life's a competition, and if
that's
it's
how I
not, you're
see it.
losing, bro.
That's how I see it.
100%.
Like freaking jiu-jitsu gyms, like your competition around
Yeah,
you.
you're either like the top in there or you're like somewhere. There's like ranking systems in each gym, and for sure there's like a
You
hierarchy.
have to try to.
You want to climb it. What's the point of anything if you don't try to get better at whatever the fuck you're doing?
Yes,
you might as well try to get better. Or
But see, the thing is, that's only our mentality. Some people are like,
Yeah.
you should just do it for the love of the sport. You
yeah,
don't
or
have to be
just
the best.
or just
I
do
love
it to
fucking
get
being
by.
great. That's
Exactly.
like-
Like,
I literally want to be the best in the world. Like
I don't know
want to
why.
double gold in everything.
Who wants to
And,
take second? Like,
Well, that's
what the fuck?
yeah.
First place
The thing is,
loser, bro.
People
Yeah.
do.
Second places.
People do.
People
they
are
do
okay
have that
with it.
mentality,
Yeah,
and
they
I
don't
don't
really
know. I want to figure out why. Like why I don't feel like I never want to lose. I want to win everything. I want to be great.
Life would be a lot less stressful if I just genuinely didn't care. I'd just be like, we wouldn't do
Why?
this as a living. We would just like maybe do it as a hobby and
And
just
we
get
would do a
fucked
real
up.
job and like
And have actually
have fun.
good lives. And
Exactly. Instead of
not
now
get
we're
like
stressing out every
life-threatening
day.
staff and crazy shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know why though. I want to understand the why.
Yeah, I mean,
did it
we're
come
in a
from?
unique
Something in
position
our
where
brains.
like our practice partners like are our main competition. They're the best competition we can find, you know. So like, I just for me, I feel like if I'm out there and you're training, it's like, you know, I can't let these guys get better than me.
Yeah.
You know, they're my boys, but can't let these guys get better than me. You know, so
Yeah, like although like we're all really close, we all still have a
We still
competitive
try
edge
to like
against us.
climb in amongst
In our-
ourselves.
in
you got to,
in
you
our
got
own
to.
ranks, yeah,
I think
you
that's
have to
really
do it,
what
yeah.
keeps us all coming back.
Imagine we all just didn't go like, oh, I got fucked up today, and then I just go about and do other shit. Like, no, man. Like, for example, like when I face planted into the mat because a guy hit like a really good move on me.
Yeah, you just went about your day, just left.
I just I don't care. It's like literally an
took a
imprint
shower.
of the mat on my face, and I'm like, training was fun. No, I'm like suicidal after that because
Yeah,
I
he-
want to win
Even
everything I
literally
do.
could not be around. He went right to the bathroom to
Yeah.
shower and leave. because
Yeah,
he
I'm
knew
like,
that we were gonna
no.
make fun of him.
Well, yeah, that number one and number two, I wanted to like torment. I deserve to be unhappy after something like that. In my eyes, like I can't just like
I can't be happy.
no,
you have to be
absolutely.
miserable.
I should like
You should be by yourself.
I should be like shunned from like society. I like live in the woods until I like redeem myself.
Yeah, me and Andrew
Back to the
actually
wolves.
saw him after training. He was just sitting on Gordon's car by himself, and we pulled up and we were like,
Yeah,
Yo,
I was
you
on the
okay?"
phone,
Yeah,
and
he was
then-
like, "Let me be.
And
Go
then
away."
I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I have a concussion or something.
He's like,
leave me alone.
Yeah.
And they drive away. They're like,
crack
all right,
up.
see you, bro.
Fucking psycho.
I texted Ethan yesterday. I was like, "Oh, bro, you good the podcast tomorrow?" He's like, "Something's wrong with my brain. I'll let you know in the morning." He's like,
That's
"Okay,
amazing.
okay."
Yeah, imagine there's just like massive brain bleeding you don't even know right now.
Who knows? I could die right now.
Fuck it.
Hey, you got some good training.
Yeah, listen,
Someday it
if he
might-
hit that shit
someday
on you
you'll
that
see.
hard, then that your brain's bleeding, you probably deserve to die. So
Exactly. That's an excellent point.
I don't know. Deserve?
what?
The jumping. Yeah, fuck
The
you.
jump. Bro, jumping is cool as shit. Imagine I hit it. Imagine I hit the jump.
It looks better if you're jumping.
Looks better if you're jumping. Yeah.
I did try to do a little bit of
Wait,
NickyRod.
what you hit?
What, cartwheel pass?
Kind of a cartwheel. It was like more of like a back take. I was just diving for like a Kimura, and then his arm got stuck, so I was like in a.
Oh, you were
crucifix
jumping? You deserve to fucking jump off a cliff. Oh, jumping isn't part of a martial art of jiu-jitsu. You must never jump. You must always be grounded and controlled. This guy
No,
jumped.
I'm saying in training, there's no
fucking
need
jumper
to be jumping
bro,
around.
jump
like
around.
that.
I'm a jumper.
Everyone out there, yeah, he's a jumper. I'm a jumper. Sometimes you eat shit. Sometimes you hit
Yeah,
crazy.
this is how you get
fucking move.
injured. All right.
I'm fine.
Listen, you either eat shit
I
or you
worked
eat
out-
a highlight.
There you go.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's
that was
no
a highlight
highlight in
for Gregor.
training. There's no highlight in training.
In my mind,
in
there
competition,
is.
all right, you can do it.
But how am I going to do in competition if I don't try it in training first?
Fuck you.
There he doesn't have an
Start
answer.
trying to jump, dude. I mean, how often do you do Gani? How often does Gary do Gani Basamis?
Every day.
He does it in. Fuck no! What are you talking about? Do you
Dude,
know what
he drills it a lot.
No, he does not.
You been around lately?
You're crazy. You're wrong.
Ethan,
I've
we're
seen
on we're on tape right now. You guys are saying that
Explain to me what Takada Bisami again, so I can make sure.
Remember the move that John tells you to
scissor-
never
the scissor-
try?
Oh, scissor take. Yeah, every day he does that.
every day.
I see him drill it just about every day.
No, you do not.
Am I wrong?
He does it.
He doesn't drill it
like
during
a
live,
week
but I did-
before-
I
he does it like
did
a week
see-
before competition.
Yeah, he'll
Think
do
about
like
the shit that
100 of
Well,
them.
this last week it was the week before competition.
The shit that we're drilling every day is like elevations into ashigarami. We do that every day.
Yeah, but
We
you
do
don't see him
ankle
after
picks every
practice
day.
doing.
Yes,
seen
maybe
it. I saw that too. I saw
You know what
That's-
happens
he
every day?
just had
I
a
ask
competition.
John if I can do scissor takedowns every day. That's
he
that's
said
a fact.
no.
And he
John
tells me
says
no.
absolutely not.
Absolutely. We do not want NickyRod's both feet off the air flying towards somebody's knee.
Sideways.
Exactly. No.
Yeah. If there's one thing that would make our
competition.
practice better, it would be more scissor takedowns and more music.
Music. Oh my God. So John will never let us never let us listen to music during training. So it's always just silent. Yesterday, John was in Boston doing some filming, and Gordon was there. So the NickyRod had his phone playing like
That's
Jay-Z.
why I tried jumping. I was feeling it. I was feeling the music.
and look what
It was pumping
happened.
through me, and I jumped, and then I face planted.
Exactly.
Hey, next time, I'll do better.
We'll do different music.
Yeah, different music. Maybe the song.
That's
It's definitely the
solution.
song.
That's the solution.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably-
Just shitty music.
Yeah.
You sparring today?
Actually, no. I don't think so. I
Okay.
think I got fucked over with this thing again. No, I'm just playing. To be honest, I pulled my hip a little bit, so I can't really do.
You're having trouble. That's during the competition. You were like having trouble. The guy,
Yeah, highlighting.
Andrew, kept going like some weird shovel pass or like X.
No, it
pass.
was just an X
Like
pass.
a groin, like groin issues.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
terrible.
It's not horrible, but I definitely don't want to do a lot of changing directions or kicking. During competition, like they were yelling to high leg, and I was just like, guys, listen, I cannot high leg right now.
Yeah.
Like it just
I kept
hurts.
saying high leg, and I was like,
Everybody, I'm like, you guys got to understand. I hear you. You
Yeah.
said it a million times.
'Cause
There's
it's
a
the-
reason
it's
why
the
I'm not
best
doing
solution
it.
to
Well,
that.
yeah, it is the solution. Yeah, exactly.
But you couldn't do it.
But I was like, you guys got to figure out that there's a reason why I'm not doing it. Not because I don't want to listen to you guys. I know it's an effective technique.
When you guys started training with John, how soon did you start training leg locks? Like, was it like first day?
Oh, dude, first day.
Really?
My favorite, as a white belt, my favorite submission was a toe hold and a heel hook, outside heel hook. Wow. Those two things were that's what I did every single competition.
That's definitely like this is your main game right?
I'm not telling you.
Bro, my first time doing a toe hold, I didn't actually know what it was, but I just heard it a bunch of times. So I was like, I can figure this shit out. I literally grab the opponent's toes, and I just like this, and I go like Kimura, and I just bend the toes down.
Nice.
And I had a bunch of people tap like that, but it wasn't an actual submission. I was just hurting their big toe.
Dude, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. So coming up, the level of competition got so much harder from when I was a white belt. Literally like a white belt. I knew an outside heel hook. I knew a toe hold.
And that was enough.
And I had no guard. I had no upper body submissions whatsoever. Couldn't take the back at all. But I would go into like expert competition, like grappling industries or nagas or whatever, and then take first or take second or whatever, just with shitty ashigarami, just a Rimi ashigarami, Achilles or outside heel hook or toe hold, and that was it. Didn't need to know anything else. Now you need to know counters, you need to know back takes, you need to know some wrestling, you need to have some upper body submissions. It's like so much more complicated now. I'm like, geez.
Jiu-jitsu just like exploded in the past like 2-3 years.
Yeah, it's because of fucking John, Gary, Gordon. So annoying. They're just giving them all our secrets. I'm like, let everybody be dumb for longer.
Come on,
please.
let us win easy.
Yeah, no, that's
It's
why
pretty
I'm
cool that
transitioning.
they can go out like and really just get the John Danaher techniques online and fucking train heel
they just
hooks.
have to
Train
pay
with it.
$250, and then now they have the secret to killing us all. It's like,
Just makes our lives more difficult.
yeah, I mean, it does get us better. Don't get me wrong. We are getting way better because, you know,
It would be nice if we're already just good enough to
That's
come
what
on.
I'm saying. Like,
Stop showing them
you take us
everything.
what we learn now, and you put us 5 years back. Like, come on,
That would be fun.
That's amazing.
I think about that way too often. I'm like, oh, I wish I could just reverse time and have my knowledge.
Yes.
I think about that
Well,
way too much.
If you watch, and this is obviously Gary and Gordon were amazing for like they're still amazing now, but if you take 5 years ago, you're like, holy crap, this was them back then, just because the level wasn't that high yet, or like they were the ones actually innovating it. So it's like,
It's a huge difference from training jiu-jitsu every day and then train with John every day. Like it's
Yes, it is.
it's no comparison anywhere else in the world.
yeah, it's
The rate
take it for
that you're gonna get better at, it's just
well, there's a reason why, you know, like I travel like 3 hours round trip. You used to do the same commute. Gary, Gordon, Nicky all did the same commute.
Yep.
There's a reason why we come to New York. I hate New York. New York sucks. There's homeless.
They all hate it, man.
There's homeless people everywhere.
There is.
They're peeing. And
I see
shitting
shit.
in front
I
of
see
business.
shit on the floor like every day. Human shit.
Human
human
shit.
shit, not dog
Okay,
shit.
you know, I had someone in my neighborhood, bro, who for like a whole week would take a shit in between these two cars every day, every fucking day.
Dude,
You have to time them and fucking kill them with eggs. Smash them with fucking
That's
eggs.
what I'm saying. Like something. They for every action, there's a freaking reaction. With these homeless people in the street, they deserve a reaction. If you're gonna poop in front of somebody's businesses, the reaction should be that business owner can throw eggs at you.
Well, okay, let's think about. Okay, you know what? There's a lot of homeless people, bro. But what the fuck? Like, where are they gonna go? What are they gonna do? They
not
got
there.
nothing.
Not-
They
Tell
got
you
nothing.
not
Go
shit
somewhere
in
else.
front of
You're
somebody's
preaching to the wrong.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is not
you go somewhere else.
Think about
We're not. I don't really care for sympathy. I mean, I figured my life out. You got to do the same. my
Exactly.
guy.
Like, how is that? How is letting them shit in the street
No,
a
I'm
fair
not saying-
solution?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
we'll say
Okay.
because people have that argument.
yeah.
How is them shitting in front of the business fair to the business owner? That's a taxpayer employing
Yeah.
people. They're feeding they're feeding families, and now the families are like, oh yeah, let's not go to the restaurant because there's
shit
homeless
everywhere.
people shitting in front of it. Like,
Bro,
Yeah.
we'll stay away. We'll deliver some pizza. Or
Yeah, but I think it's an issue with fucking taxes, bro. We pay so much in fucking tax, and we get nothing for it. So like, we got no fucking quality homeless shelters, like no fucking places for the people to go, no infrastructure.
It's not like,
For me, I mean,
there's
we're-
no money in New York. I mean, there's
No,
tons
bro,
of money.
all right.
Fucking-
I pay so much in fucking New York City
Yeah.
taxes.
How much
It's
is your
insane.
how
You
much
gotta-
is your rent? Everybody's rent is like
It's
4K on up.
insane,
You know.
bro. It's insane.
That
Yeah.
We're talking. There's a lot of horrible policies. If you're talking
Yeah.
rent, like
Yeah.
rent control and affordable housing, that's the reason why your
Yeah.
rent is so high.
100%.
So we're gonna. I don't know if we have time to go down the political.
Yeah,
avenue,
you're opening up
but
a can
shit,
of worms
bro.
right
Yeah.
here, man.
Well, like all these shitty policies are awful. All right, you have like a shit ton of tax money
Yeah.
going for, you know, you have like the affordable housing, which I think keeps rent high.
Yeah, yeah.
Rent control
Just
keeps
a heads
high.
up, I don't know shit about any of this. I literally like sometimes you guys will get into this like these
Yeah, we
topics,
talk about it a lot.
and I'm just like, oh, now's my cue to zone the fuck out. Just like,
Yeah, but
look
either way,
around
I
and
mean, the taxpayer dollars
being
it
wasted, bro.
it gets wasted on like bureaucracy. Like it
Yeah.
gets wasted on the people in this in government who hold these government jobs who actually aren't producing something.
Yeah.
Honestly, what I genuinely believe is like, all right, if you reduce taxes and you allow the free market to provide the solution, that's how you get cheaper housing. You don't need affordable housing. Free market will allow that to happen over time, right? I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Could it go the other direction? Could it get more expensive?
No, I think competition
free
will
market?
drive it down, bro.
No,
Drive the price
so
down.
if you look at any industry, all right, so we'll say like cell phones. Cell phones used to cost like $5,000, and you had to be super rich to have a cell phone. Literally every homeless person now has a cell phone. The only reason that happened is because, well, first you had one cell phone competitor, right? Then you have another one, and then now they're battling against each other to try to get a lower costing cell phone or a better cell phone.
The competition leads to innovation, which leads to cheaper
to lower
cell phones.
prices and higher quality over time. But it's over time. So the thing is, in the beginning of cell phones, it's like not everybody can have a cell phone, but over 10, 20 years, everybody has a cell phone. That's the same thing that happens with housing. Everybody's like, well, what are these homeless people going to do now? It's like, well, you're making everybody else pay crazy high rent. Rent in New York and San Francisco has the strongest like rent control and affordable housing legislation there is, yet they have the highest rent still.
Yeah.
The reason being is because government is regulating it, not allowing free market processes to take place. When you have two competitors who are trying to rent out their places, well, they're going to try to rent for lower or give some type of better quality over time.
Yeah.
That's just supply and demand. That's just economics.
Dude, the homeless people are getting like kind of aggressive now.
This next thing with homelessness, all right? We're going down it. Shit. You had in 1960,
down the rabbit hole.
in 1960s, you had like 500,000 people in mental institutions.
Yeah.
Like 500.
that fucking shut down, bro.
Exactly. By democratic legislation said it was inhumane. Now we have around 25,000 in mental institutions. All right, so 500,000 to now 25,000 who they cannot fend for themselves, and they say it's more humane that they're free. Now they end up on the streets shitting and peeing in front of people's businesses.
It always goes back
What
to
happens?
shitting.
Because
That's like the main issue.
I hate
here.
it. There's poop everywhere.
Yeah, it really
There's
is.
so much money. Everybody has so much money, but you guys can't even keep the streets clean. It's so annoying.
Yeah, New York's one of those
disgusting.
places where you can have $1 billion man literally walking next to a fucking
Exactly.
homeless
And the
person.
thing is, the reason, right? The reason is just it's shitty liberal policy. That's what I'm saying. All right, that's what it boils down to. Okay, it just comes down to horrible policy that allows this thing. The thing is, the politicians, they get more votes by saying, "I'm for the poor. We don't
Because
want
there's
these people
more poor than there are.
We don't want the.
There's
We
so
don't
much
want.
more poor,
It's a humane argument.
yeah.
We don't want people in mental institutions against their will. That's horrible. Why would you want that? There's 500,000 people. There's 500,000 people. It's
like
horrible.
appeals to the.
It appeals to people who don't look further into the policies and say, well, what happens if I release people who can't fend for themselves? And it's like, well, they end up on the streets shitting in front of the
They're
businesses.
just shitting everywhere. How do they eat
You guys
that much?
don't understand how much
Yeah,
shit
bro.
there is. Like,
There- there's like-
There's too much
fucking
fiber.
disgusting.
Every
It
day
sounds
you'll see a fresh shit in
every
New
day.
York City.
I will walk,
fresh.
and the thing is, I only walk one block.
Yeah,
I
true.
park a block away from Henzo's.
Well, you guys are also in the hub of it, you know?
One block though.
Yeah, yeah.
Every day we
Kidding
see
me?
fresh shit.
One-
It's crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen more homeless people than on 33rd Street.
33rd,
Right there, bro.
yeah.
You know,
Fucking-
they'll have
it's
that whole
awful.
block. Bro,
We're
with
not
that
even
church.
on 33rd.
Yeah,
I had some homeless lady, right? I was out with Gary Tony getting some food, and literally like she walked up to me and poked me and was asking me for money. I was like,
She touched you?
She touched me.
I don't want to be touched.
I was
by a
like,
homeless
I've never been touched by a homeless person. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to cut this fucking arm off. This shirt's going in the trash. So yeah, she touched me. I was like you gotta go. And she kept talking to me. I was like, you gotta get the fuck out of here. I tried to be nice, you know what I mean? But yeah, and then she walked in, did another lap and said something to us again after she changed her clothes. So I was
Yeah,
like,
some of them.
It was like, oh, a
some of them
different
get
person?
aggressive.
yeah, right. Surprise.
Who is this new person?
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. You have a vast majority of them are severely schizophrenic, severely
Yeah, yeah.
bipolar. They cannot fend for them. They need to be put on
On the
medication.
upside, they always look like they're probably having like really good conversations.
They're really,
really in-depth
They'd be better
conversations.
guests than us.
What
on the
annoys me is
podcast.
that yeah, shit.
Oh man.
But you have the other percentage of people that genuinely just want to do like heroin all day.
Yeah.
And they're fully capable. They're intelligent.
yeah,
Don't they supply them with some drugs?
I think they get
You
methadone
have,
clinics,
you
bro.
have,
Wow.
yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah, I'm pretty
have
sure they got
taxpayer
methadone
dollars
clinics.
paying for these drugs. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I can go literally all day about how shitty I believe this liberal policy
I
is.
can go all day without heroin. They can't do it. It's not that hard.
You know,
Haven't done heroin my whole life.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
I forget when. I want to say 2009.
When you did heroin?
Yes. Yes, back in middle school. But I do believe it was 2009 where taxpayer dollars, the solution in New York City to solve homeless problems was actually for taxpayer dollars to pay for one-way tickets to other cities. This was a real thing. I believe.
Yes.
So
it was
they
2009.
just move the homeless people around?
Yes.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's basically
Sounded like Philly, bro.
They were like, okay, if we spend this amount of money, we can solve this problem.
There's gonna homeless.
What if they get to pick where they go? They got it's too cold there. I want to go down
No,
south.
I think they were going to like Florida or Hawaii or
Oh, the
California.
nice places. The nice
Yeah,
places.
Florida.
Yeah.
What homeless
Imagine.
person's gonna say? Oh, free ticket to California. Let's go. Like nobody's gonna say no.
Yeah, they're
nobody's
gonna
gonna
go.
say no.
And then California would be like, oh shit, okay, we gotta fly them somewhere else now. So they just keep getting like musical chairs around the
has
country.
no-
I feel like in the
There's no real
70s, they just
solution.
called those people hippies. Now we call them homeless.
Yeah.
Traveling fucking.
It's freaking crazy. It's insane. I don't know. I don't want to keep going down the political. I'm gonna get. People are gonna hate me. I'm so set on my beliefs.
Well, some people are gonna love you, some people are gonna hate you, man.
All right, it's a give and take, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we wrap it up. This was good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. All right. So we got merch dropping soon. As you can see, NickyRod All Access T-shirt.
This should be called the NickyRodcast.
Yeah, it's
Nicky
guys, we call
Rodcast?
it Nicky Rodcast.
Nicky
Rodcast.
It's either people
Come
will
on.
think it's a podcast or they'll think it's like a nice porn channel.
Oh, okay.
Nicky Rodcast.
NickyRodcast.
NickyRodcast. You
What do
think
you
that's
guys
catchy?
I like it.
I think it's
I
pretty
think
great.
it sounds sick. Nicky
All right,
Rodcast.
fuck it.
Broadcast, bro.
NickyRodcast.
The Rodcast.
All right, guys.
The
Well,
Rodcast.
the Rodcast.
The
Maybe Nicky
Rodcast.
Rodcast. People know
That's a
you as
little
Nicky
kinky.
Rod. People know Nicky Rod. Nicky Rodcast.
Nicky Rod- Nicky Rodcast.
Sounds less porn. though.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next time you guys watch the podcast, it'll be called Nicky Rodcast. I don't know. We'll sit on it.
Yeah.
Does sound pretty good though.
Thanks for
catchy.
Yeah, for
Rolls
sure.
off the tongue, yeah.
For sure. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next
Bro,
time.
you guys want to plug anything real fast?
Yeah. Follow my Instagram, BJJ Damien.
Don't follow it. It's terrible content.
Horrible content. You guys
Waste
can-
of your phone battery.
Wow.
Yeah, right. Don't waste your service, bro.
You guys can follow my gym school to see what's going on. My gym's Instagram, all in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
It's also a poker program as well. All in poker. That's what
Fuck
Damien's.
you, okay? It has nothing to do with poker. Great Jiu-Jitsu only at our gym.
All in. All right. Yeah. Same with me. Just Instagram.
All in also.
All no. I don't know.
What's your Instagram?
All out.
What's your Instagram?
Your competitor across the street, all out.
I'll open up across the street.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. Ethan Crelinsten. Impossible to spell last name, but I don't know. Hopefully you'll find it.
You want to spell it?
Absolutely not. It'll take too long. Okay. Ethan Crelinsten, and
Just sound it out.
pretty much it. Yeah, just sound it out. You know, you can find it. It won't be too hard. Jiu-Jitsu sponsors Roll Forever. That's it.
You're
man.
so popular. That's
So
great.
popular.
Shut up.
Oh yeah.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having us.
That's fun.
Oh yeah.
Shawty, she different.
Mark on the verse.
Shawty, she different. Shawty, she different. Shawty, she different. She a bad little vibe. Yeah, she freaky with the booty on the side. Eh? Shawty, she different. Gonna take her on a ride. Fuck around town all night. Yeah. Shawty, she different. Gonna hit it one time from the back.